What is up, dudes? Fracture here. Today's hero idea was requested by all these people, and I'm sorry if I didn't get you in the picture or whatever. I don't know. I'm just too fucking lazy to get everybody. But for this hero, I kind of built upon the concepts of someone who put their idea into the Discord channel, and the Discord channel link will be in the description if you want to join. It's pretty cool, you should probably do it. But with that out of the way, let's get right into the power set. So for Hazmat's first ability, I had two written down on my paper, but it could be put into one, as in one is a primary fire, one is a secondary fire. The first part I had was like a sludge firing gun. I'll call it the toxic sprayer, for example. It would be like May's ice gun, and it'd shoot out and stuff like that, but it would be a little farther ranged, and it will like have a... Shit, how do I explain this? Here, I'll just show you some footage from Helldivers. This is basically what I'm trying to get at. It would look somewhat, or not, maybe not look somewhat like this, but it would act similar to how it's acting in this game right here. So what I basically thought of first is that if the gun was focus fired on someone that is armored, such as Torbjorn or Reinhardt, it'd actually have a lasting effect on them. It would like decrease their armor for around 5 seconds, so you could not heal that part of the armor up. So it would be like decreasing parts of their health. It would corrode at their armor. I don't know, maybe you could focus fire on them for like 3 or 4 seconds. I'm not sure if this would be overpowered or not, but maybe it would just take 2 of those little notches off. Like not like the whole health bar. You know what I'm talking about? Like that little tiny, little fucking tic-tac things as their health bar? Yeah, that's what I'm fucking talking about. This gun would also be similar to May's ice gun, saying that it has a certain amount of capacity that it would run out with. So, like in Helldivers, same thing, it has like a little canister you plug back into the gun. Another thing that could have been a thought for it would be that if you spray the ground with it, it would make your teammates go faster over it, which I would have thought would have been better for May, because you would slide on the ice faster rather than toxic sludge for your teammates. But, like Frozone,
Where is my super suit?
So the secondary fire would be something a little different. Like, it would charge, like a glob or a ball of the toxic sludge, and then you would release to fire it. It would take about 50 max of the capacity of the ammo. I'm not sure, like make it 200 or something, but it would take about 50 of that, and it would fire off, and it would combine with any surface, and it would create a puddle, even on a wall too. But when an enemy walks through it, he or she or whoever it is will be slowed down and maybe get a poisoning effect. Now, I don't think the poisoning effect would be good, but the slowing down part could be, I guess, good. And if you hit someone directly, it would slow them down longer than it would if they walked right through it. And if they were directly hit, it would do some damage to them. Also to point out, it's not going to have that long of a range as Zarya's secondary. It's going to be way shorter and has less of an arc, so it'll be vastly different. I'm not sure about vastly, but whatever. So Hazmat's first ability will be poison gas. Now, he will throw a canister, or he'll like pull it out from behind him and then throw it or something, but it will not have that shorter range. He won't be able to chuck it as far as Ana can throw her biotic grenade, but it will actually break, and it will spread out in a giant circumference, not circumference, what the f- I meant to say pretty large radius, and it would damage enemies when they walk into it, and it would cause a poisoning effect that would eat away at their health little by little. I would make the gas either green or purple to make it look like a toxic or a poisonous kind of substance. I don't know, it's the creator's idea, whatever you want to fucking do. But this ability could be used to shut down corridors. This ability could have some potential for locking down control points or choke points and whatever else you want to use it for. Alright, for the second one, this took me a while to figure out how to make it even kind of work, but ability number 2 will be called Viral Injection. I have no idea how he would deliver this at all. I'm not sure if he'd shoot a dart out of his gun, or if he'd had to walk someone up and stab him with a syringe in the neck. That was a joke, by the way. It's actually kind of fucking brutal. But the thing is with it is that when you hit an enemy with it, there will be a little purple cloud around whatever hero it is, and there will be a little circle around him too. So with that circle, if another enemy comes into contact with him, as in maybe gets too close or comes into that circle, they get the same virus too, and then they can actually pass it on over and over again, blah 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 blah. But you may asking, what virus, dude? And I reply with, AIDS. If you were smart enough to catch that, you'd get that AIDS is not a virus, you dumbasses. AIDS is an STD. That is the power of science. So stay in school and don't get injected by a dirty needle that potentially could give you AIDS.
Wow.
But back to the game, what I thought that this would do is make the screen kind of transparently turn purple. Like when you get hit by the Discord orb, your outside of your screen turns purple like that. Do something like that, but more severe. Now, this is where I had fucking trouble with this, is because there's so many effects that a virus could do to a person, and there's so many even more that you could actually do in Overwatch. So, here are all the ideas that could happen. 1, it could slow them. 2, it could drain their health. 2, oh fuck. 3, it could fuck up their screen so all their controls are backwards and it'd be hard to aim. So basically it's LSD. It would last around 4 seconds for each person, by the way. I don't know, put down in the comments what else this ability could probably do, because I have no idea. I think this would actually be used good on targets that could do a shit ton of damage to actually keep them away from their other teammates so they cannot be near them. So you say you hit someone with this and they cannot go near the enemies or their teammates, because then they could not interact and team up and everything, because then otherwise he'd get everybody else infected. And the last ability for him, the ultimate ability, would be drum roll please. Oh shit, what the fuck did I call it? Hang on, let me check. Radioactive. So Hazmat would pull out a radioactive material of some sort, but it could be really anything because it's Overwatch and they could just have some of their own crazy freaking radioactive materials themselves. So the effects would either be 1, it would be a giant radius around Hazmat himself, or 2, he'd apply it to 2 other people and himself to run around and do the same things, but I'll get to that in a second. So if it were just Hazmat to have this ability, it would be a larger radius, and if it were around 2 other teammates, they would be smaller, but there'd be more of them, so it would have more of an effect. So if someone were to come into this radius, it would do some damage to them, which actually, I should probably do this in a really fast list. Make sure to put down in the comments which ones you think is better together. When activated, it'll have a small passive healing buff. 2, it can make them not use their abilities. Since radiation poisoning causes brain deterioration, that could do something like they could forget their abilities or not do them while they're in the circle.
Wow.
3, it could slow them down, and 4, it could prevent them doing as much damage as they could in the first place, decreasing the amount of damage they can do. So just in case that last part wasn't really clear, think of it that whenever they walk into the circle, or the radius or whatever, they cannot do as much damage to you, so it's like their damage has been nerfed. I'm not sure by how much, but it would be good enough to use the ultimate for in the first place. Like maybe it would be used against the Reinhardt Ana part, so Reinhardt could not maybe do as much damage as he could in the first place. I'm not really sure. So put down in the comments which ones you want to kind of see together or whatever like that. I don't know. I don't really care. Actually, I do care. And right before you leave, go check out this channel. This guy is fucking hilarious. I know him in real life. Frosted Lake. He makes these fucking hilarious videos. He only has a very small subscriber count, and I think that he deserves a little more. So go check out his channel, it'll be in the description, and there'll be probably an annotation on the screen too. And also, put 1 or 2 down in the comments of which hero you want to see next. This one, or that one, which you cannot see which I'm pointing to because I'm pointing in the air for no goddamn reason right now. So yeah, if you like this video, leave a like. If you want to see more hero ideas and some other content, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Fracture, signing out.
Rice.